All right, welcome to the IC4X Clearly weekly analysis. Um, we have 5 items on the list for sorry about that. Okay. Um, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items on the list today. So let's get started. First, we have Chef JPY, which is given a slightly bullish order block. Um, it's not a momentum candle. The order block is not completely engulfing the previous candle. Um, so let's just mark up order block here. As we can see on that weekly, the pullback of this candle is likely breaking structure to the downside. So let's take a look and let's go to, hold on, I want to make sure this is the weekly. This is a weekly buy order block, bullish order block. And then let's go to the daily. And the next order block would be on the daily. We have a daily buy order block. So although this is a supply zone, this should be a sell zone, but because it was a bullish order block, that is why I marked up the order block. So with that being said, because we have nothing to compare it to on the left, we can see that price broke these highs. Let's see. Price wick past these highs and started selling down. So we're currently in a bullish order block. So if we're buying until we can't buy anymore, this zone, it ended with a daily bullish order block. So because the weekly was bullish, because the weekly was a bullish order block, the daily is a bullish order block. I would definitely be looking for buys. So this is the daily candle. Price could, the way that this candle, this order block is set up, my guess is that price is just going to keep going. However, price could pull back to the 38 to 50 or even the 618, maybe even the 78. We don't know, right? So now I just want to go down in time frame to see what kind of structure. So right here, if price taps into this wick, it's coming back to the 50%. So let's go down to the 10-hour. Again, if price pulls back just to close this imbalance, we're talking pulling back to the 50% to buy up to this area of supply, fill in this imbalance here. So I would look for buys wait for a pullback, and then buy up to this zone. Again, because we don't have any price action to the left, I'm not sure if price is going to continue buying up. It, like we said, it did wick past this high, but we don't know if it's going to continue buying up or if it's going to start selling down. So if price pulled back to the 50%, we're talking at least 100 pips. A little over 100, but at least 100 for the buy. This is probably going to consolidate. If price is going to start selling, this is probably going to consolidate for a while. This is a since it's on a higher time frame, but let's see. Let's go to the 4-hour. 4-hour. So we had a low. Price pulled back, didn't break the low. Price is given impulse move, breaking this order, violating this order block here. So I would definitely be looking for price to come back here somewhere. Again, which is your 50% 618 zone. So I would wait for price to pull back to this zone before buying to the -27, which is in alignment with this order block here, or this area of supply, or to continue pushing up to this area of supply, or to fill this imbalance. And price could continue buying up because it did not break this low. We had a wick past this high, but there was no break of this low. Okay, so price could continue buying up. It is bullish, so you look for buys, and this would be a buy. So that's Chef JPY. EuroCAD. And let me go back to Chef JPY right quick. Let's go to the weekly. No, it was bullish. You know, I like to draw my trend line. That's way out, way too far. So this is definitely far away from the trend line. So I would be expecting some type of pullback very soon. Go to the monthly. And very okay. So yeah, I would be, like I said, looking for a pullback to this area here, 50% 618, and waiting for price to break structure on a smaller time frame, 15-minute, 5-minute, and then buy up to the -27, even the 618. You can trail your stop because price may continue going up, possibly. Okay. Now, EuroCAD, let's look at the weekly, is a bearish order block. So, if we're looking at overall price has been, this is the high, this is the low. So, sorry. Okay. So overall, as we can see, price has broken structure here, price broke structure here, and created equal highs here. So price tapped, broke structure, came into this zone, has pulled into this imbalance or this area of supply. My guess is because price broke structure, let's see, this would have been the last swing low here. So price broke, price pulled back into this area of supply. However, it has not broken any levels of structure. It filled this imbalance here. There's some imbalance there that it filled. So currently it's just filling imbalance. It hasn't broken any levels of structure. I would like to see it break these lows here. Oops. Before getting into a sell. But as of right now, it tapped supply zone. It pulled back, filled imbalances, gave a bullish order block. So I'm guessing that price is going to, although it gave a weekly bearish order block, this could just be a correction to continue buying, either to fill in whatever inefficiencies are in these wicks, or continue buying up to this area of supply. You have an area of supply there on the weekly. So price could just be, this could have been a push up, this could have been a correction, and this could have been a continuation. So again, unless price breaks, especially this low or this low, we can start with this low. If price breaks that low, then you could possibly look for the sales down. And that's on the weekly. So now let's see how far we can go. There's a little pullback on here, so it might have started breaking structure to the top side already. Let's see. Okay, so right now we have imbalance that was filled. Let's go to the 4-hour. The imbalance was filled and gave a bullish order block. It violated this. It violated this order block, but I would definitely like to see it break this high. Before going in for more buys, because price could pull back to this area of demand. Could pull back to this area of demand. I don't see anything else price would come and get down here. Or price could wick past this low and then continue buying up. So price came to the zone, gave a bearish shorter block. So you could sell this is the high. I don't like this low. This is really the low, but so you might want to get a pullback to sell down into this area of demand. I don't know how many pips that would be, but and since price is currently bullish, so I would say you can sell this if you like, but because price is bullish, I would definitely wait for price to pull back into the zone and then get in for the buy. That's my thoughts on EuroCAD. Your chef. We have a weekly. So as we can see, price is definitely bearish. There's a price tapped into this price action here. Okay. There was also a little imbalance up in there. Price pulled into, and then dropped. So I would, what do we have? A weekly bearish order block. So with that being said, price may tap into the wicks of this order block. I would So here's the high here. Here's the swing high here. So price sold down, price pulled back, created this high, and price is currently here. I would definitely wait for some more price action. I mean, you can get into, you have a high and then you have a low here. So price could pull back to the 50%, maybe even the 78, the wicks of this order block, and sell down here to the negative 27 or the negative 618. It's within the wicks of this order block. So that's a possibility. And then if price broke above this high, well, this is technically not the high because for me, I would need a closed candle below this break right here. But price could pull back into this area here. Because this is what I would call a break of structure here. Price could pull back to here and then sell down some more. So with that being said, I would say let's go down to the daily. As you can see, we have a bullish order block So you have a bearish weekly, a bullish daily. So I would say don't mess with it. However, it was bearish. It pulled back into this imbalance and pulled back into the order block. So I would, like I said, wait for some kind of market structure, either the break of this high to go for a buy, or if price is going to continue selling down, let's go down to the 4-hour. The break of these lows. So it's either going to break here and continue selling down, or based on price action, it broke this high, retested these zones here, partially filled in the imbalance. So again, I don't think this one is a great one to trade right now until price shows you what it's going to do. So if you go down to the 1-hour, as you can see, it is consolidating. Okay. But there was a break. So this was the push. So if you're going to trade this, I would wait for price to come back to your 78, even 88, to see if you get any structure or break of structure to the top side to get in for a buy up to the negative 27, which is an area of supply. Okay, that's your chef, your NZD. We have a weekly bearish order block. This is the one that okay. So you have a weekly bearish order block. However, this is the break. Okay, so price could sell back down to fill this imbalance, retest this break of structure here. Let's go down to the daily. All right, so on the daily, you had a bearish order block that broke low, 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 low. Okay, filled in this imbalance. I would definitely wait for price to come back in this zone, go down to a smaller time frame. And if you see breaks of structure, because it could have just filled this imbalance and wants to continue buying up, right? However, because it broke all the lows, I would wait for price to come back into this daily order supply zone. And then I'm just going to push this up here. So I would set an alert for price, because here's another 4-hour supply zone, right here. I would set an alert. So once price got into this zone, go down to your smaller time frame. Add an alert. Once your alert went off, go down to your 15-minute time frame. And once price is in that zone, wait for a break of structure. Wait for a structure to be broken to the downside before getting into sell down to wait for price to break structure. This is not, I'm not marking this up as a sell zone. I'm just marking it as a zone. If you don't see break of structure to the downside, do not get in for the sell. And taking it down to at least this zone here. So as soon as your alert goes off, you can start watching the charts. Go down to your 15-minute, wait for a break of structure, and then set your short position, because your short position could be up here. It could be up here. It can come create a double top. Like I said, it could continue going buying to the top. Weekly. Because this is where it tapped into. There are more wicks up here, all the way up here for that will likely contain inefficiencies that price is going to tap into. So for our time frame, set this zone, wait for break of structure. And I'm just going to mark up this zone here. So once the alert goes off, I'll know this is a 4-hour sell zone. Okay. So I'm just going to mark this here. This will definitely, this is a 90, almost 100 pip stop loss. So I don't believe in 100 pip stop loss. So I would definitely wait for price to come, give you confirmation before setting your short position and getting your entry. Price could come into this wick right here. Okay, so wait for confirmation. That's all I say. Wait for confirmation. Okay. And if you wait for confirmation, you'll get a bigger risk, a higher risk to reward. Okay. So I'm gonna delete. No, I'm gonna keep that. Next we have GBP USD. We have a weekly bearish order block. So price has broken structure here. There's a closed candle. If you go to the higher time frame, we had a major level of resistance here. Price pulled into this area of supply. Okay. As you can see, that area of supply and broke structure to the downside. So what we should be looking for now is a pullback. So now that you have this area of supply, I would be looking for a pullback to the wicks of this zone here, this area of demand here, for a continuation of a sell, at least to this zone here. So if we mark up, we put a long position. Again, set an alert, wait for confirmation. Wait for confirmation. Adjust your risk to reward, and then get in for a sell to this zone. You're talking a minimum of 700 pips. We all know I don't really look at fundamentals. Definitely take into consideration whatever is happening in the news, but from what I see, based on technicals, I had a break of structure. I'm waiting for a pullback to then continue selling to this zone. So if I go to the daily, we have a bearish daily, we have a bearish weekly, and we have bearish momentum on the daily. Again, we had a break of structure. So we're waiting on a pullback. Again, I say wait for confirmation. Price could finish filling in this imbalance. Here, or price could tap into the wicks of this order block. Okay, price could come all the way back up in here, so wait for confirmation. There's also imbalance above these wicks that price could just wick and then drop. So wait for confirmation. Yeah, that's a I wouldn't be having that many bids, but wait for confirmation. That's all I can say. But set your alert at this zone. This is the weekly supply zone. Set your alert. Matter of fact, go to the 4-hour. So on the 4-hour, same right here is confirmation. There's a 4-hour order area of supply. So price could come tap into there. If you, once price starts moving up, you can move your alert to the zone here. Once your alert goes off again, and you're looking for confirmation, you're waiting for confirmation, you're waiting for a break of structure to the downside to get in, to then wait for the pull up to then continue to the downside. So yeah, that's what I see for GBP USD. And last on this is silver. We have a weekly bullish order block. The price came and filled in this imbalance here. Started breaking structure to the top side. So if we mark our first, so this came back to the 618. I would definitely want to see price tap the negative 27. Like this will need to finish playing out, right? So if you want to get into this, I would say definitely wait for a pullback, wait for a break of structure, and then you can at least take it up to the negative 27. Okay. Because that's where the higher time frame is aiming to go currently. Once price gets to the negative 27, it may even go up some more to this area of supply on the weekly. Okay. And then price could possibly start breaking structure to the downside to come fill in the rest of this to mitigate this area here. But for now, I would wait for a pullback and at least buy up to the negative 27. If price gets there and doesn't give you any break of structure, then trail the stop. Like once it gets to the negative 27, you can start trailing your stop. And if price continues up, buying up, then I would take it up to guarantees is probably going to be in alignment. Yep. So then if price gets to this negative 27 without breaking structure, then I would hold the trade up until this negative 27. Since this was the last swing move. So the swing, it pulled back to the 618. And it hasn't necessarily, it broke this high, but it's not, it hasn't broken. Well, yeah. So yeah, so once it pulls back, I would look for a buy up to this negative 27 first, see what price is doing once it gets there. And then if it's not breaking structure, then continue it up to this negative 27, which is in the area, a weekly area of supply. So that is it for the weekly analysis. Happy trading for everybody.